Hi everyone, it's Mary Lou here, and it's getting close to Valentine's Day, and so I'm doing a little bit of prep work, some stickers and some other things to get ready, because in just a minute Anne is going to come join me and we're going to make some homemade Valentines together. Only 2 of the projects need a Cricut, and so all the rest you can do without needing a Cricut, and so I hope you'll enjoy the Valentines that we have to make. And if you like any of these Valentines, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. And so I'm going to get all the prep done, and then Anne's going to join me. So now Anne is with me, and so we're going to start working on our Valentines. Before we do that though, I want to remind you about my book, 14 Valentines Fun Ideas for the Whole Family, that has 14 ideas for kids, 5 ideas for mom and dad, a couple of games, a few ideas for homemade Valentines, and some ideas for things that you can do. And so you can get that book free if you join my Facebook group. It's called Coming Home, and in the files section you can download that whole book free and have access to a whole bunch of fun Valentine ideas. So the Facebook group is Coming Home, and you can join and download it. And there are other things in that files section too, if you're interested. Okay, so we're going to do, 5 or 6 Valentines today. And so let's get started. Okay, so the first Valentine that we're going to do uses some caramel suckers that we have. So we're going to actually cut out a big heart. And so to do that, I'm using a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to cut half of a heart shape. And we're actually going to use this shape for a few different Valentines. And I just want to kind of shape that a little better. And let's go a little lower in the point. So this is the cool thing about making a Valentine, is if you just fold it, you can do all kinds of variations to it until you get a shape that you like, which that is. Okay, so we'll throw this away. All right, so what we're going to do is get some pretty paper. So I'm actually going to have Anne pick out a couple of different colors that we're going to use. So which ones do you think? You want to do a yellow? Okay, let's do one of the pinks and the light pink. Okay, go ahead and pull that out. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we actually want our Valentine to open up. So we're going to do this together. We're going to fold the paper like a hamburger the long way up, like that. And then we're going to use our heart, and I want it to fold in the middle. So I'm going to bring the heart down below the fold line. Then I'm just going to trace around the heart like this. Okay, so we want the heart to overlap your fold. So here's the fold, so we want the heart about there. So go ahead and trace around that.
I got it.
Okay, but you want the heart down. You want it to overlap the fold. So while Anne is doing that, I will cut out my heart, and I'll show you what we're doing. I made some things around Thanksgiving that were similar to this. And so what we're going to do is end up putting the sucker right in the middle like that. So what I'm going to do, okay, so now you're going to cut it out. Keep the paper folded and then just cut out around your heart. So I'm going to use the pencil, and I want it positioned about like that. So I'm just going to draw a light box around that, and I don't know if you can see that on camera. And then I'm going to come with some smaller scissors, and then I'm just going to go ahead and basically cut out that little square There we go. Okay, and it doesn't even have to be really nice and fancy. And then I'm going to poke the lollipop, the sucker, straight down through the paper. So I'm just going to start a little hole there, poke it through. There we go. And then it just pops out of that hole like that. We're going to use just a little bit of tape to close that up. And then we'll decide what we want to write on the outside. Something like "You're sweet," or something that goes along with that lollipop theme. Okay, so are you ready to do yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, since that has lines on it, we're going to flip it and use that for the back.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to help you get this part done, because this part is just a little bit tricky. So I'm going to get my scissors poked through there.
Yeah.
And having this paper down, this old desk calendar helps so much, because it protects our table and makes it really easy to poke and do other things like that. Okay, and now let's just start your little hole right here. Okay, so what you're going to do now is poke that through there and make it come out the front. And while I'm doing this, I think I'm going to get one of my pens. You're
There you go.
sweet.
Have this.
With a little heart. Oh, good. That looks good. Does that show up?
I don't think so.
Okay, but that's how it goes. So let's make sure that it's coming.
That tape over there.
Right, let's make sure it's coming through the hole. There you go. But this paper that we have here, of course, I'm just going to cut off those bits and put them in my table garbage here. That's so handy.
Yep.
Okay, but wait, you've got to make sure that this stays inside. And you only want one really small piece of tape, because you want them to be able to open it, because not only do you write "You're sweet" on the outside, but before you close it, go ahead and write a Valentine message on the inside. There you go. And let's turn it so that the prettiest part of the sucker shows through. There you go. So that's all the tape we need. And then these can go into our scrap paper drawer. All right. So there's our first Valentine, a little lollipop heart. What do you think? Cute? Mm-hmm. Okay, and we'll show everything at the end, of course, too. All right, so let's clear out this stuff and get ready for our next Valentine. Okay, here's what we need for the next two Valentines, and we're going to do the same technique, but use two different styles so that we can show you a couple of different Valentines. Okay, I found this really nice sort of cream colored cardstock. And so we're going to make our basic card out of that. Let's fold them both that same way, hamburger style.
Hamburger style.
And we'll try to get it really straight and neat.
I got it.
Okay. And then we're going to create a little scene on the front. So let's find, this side's prettier, so let's use that. Okay. So do you want to do hearts or tulips?
Heart.
Okay, so you're going to use the hearts. I'm going to use the tulips. And these I went ahead and cut on my Cricut, but it's a very basic shape and would be actually pretty easy to go ahead and just, you know, cut out that shape and cut out several of them. All right, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold all of them in half. So you're going to do the same. And let's see, let's get your hands up here so that people can see. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to just fold all of our colors. What do you think we should do for Valentine's Day, Anne?
We should have a party.
Oh, what would we do at our Valentine's Day party?
I think it candy.
Have some candy. Okay. What's your
And-
favorite kind?
Candy?
Yeah. What's your favorite kind?
I think it is sweet tarts.
Sweet. Oh, I love sweet tarts. Okay. They're all folded. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start with the darkest color. And I'm going to have you do 2 or 3. So we'll start with the dark color and then do the next lighter. Oh, that's it's hard to tell. I think I have a bunch that are the same color. Oh, that one's a little lighter, and then that one. So we're going to stack them so that they go from darkest to lightest, like
I
that.
don't know how you do that.
Okay, so here's your darkest, and then we're going to go, oh, wait, this is your darkest. It's hard under the light. That one, and then that one.
That
okay, and we're going to stack them just like that in a stack.
Like
okay,
this?
yeah. So you've got 3 stacked, and I'm going to get another one here.
Okay, I need another light though.
Yeah, it looks like I need a couple more. I like to do things in odd numbers. I think they turn out prettier. And then I can just cut out like this. Okay.
Oh, like that.
So they're not perfect, but that's okay. All right, and then I'm going to take this last one. Let's fold these last 2. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and stack them, dark to light.
Now both to light.
Okay. Now this is where it gets
need
fun.
more.
We're going to get Anne's stapler from her office. So we'll take that group and just one staple right in the middle where it folds. We're just going to put one staple, and then we'll come back through and really lift these up, separate them, so that when we look at
I
it,
can do that.
you actually see all 3 like this. Okay, and that looks really pretty. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with the tulips. So you're going to staple, and we'll put the darkest in the back. And you're going to staple right in line with the fold. Okay, push her down and then go through and open up all of the pieces.
Like a book,
That's right.
but it's not.
It's a flower book. So I just think it's really pretty how they turn out. You can, it becomes almost like a 3D heart or a 3D tulip, like that. You can see that on camera. Okay, so can you do another stack?
Yeah, but I don't
we have a dark.
light.
Oh.
I need more light.
Okay.
Weedy heart. That's funny.
And then we'll show you how we're going to finish those on a Valentine
They
to make it look cute.
They're cute because I'm cute.
You are.
You're cute, Mom.
Thank you, Anne. Okay, so go ahead and fold those 2. And I'm going to go ahead and do the staple in my last one. Okay. There we go. And then just open them up, get them folded so that you get that 3D shape like that. That's what we're going for. Oh, I have one more. Now make sure you don't put the staple acrosswise, because then you can't fold it. So what we'll have to do is take that staple back out. That's okay, because we can always fix it. And then we make sure that we line up the stapler with the fold the long way.
Okay.
So it goes right down that fold. And then go ahead and open it up.
I will do that. Yes,
Okay. Here. Now to finish mine off, I am just going to cut just an edge of this nice, pretty cardstock. I'm going to cut just a straight piece, because on my card, I'm going to arrange these like flowers. So I'm going to cut some straight pieces like this. And I'm going to position them at different lengths. Oh yeah, I think that one piece will be enough. And then this one is going to be, let's actually trade these. I'm going to do that one. And then this one is going to be shorter. Okay.
I'm done.
There. So do you see kind of how I'm arranging this on my paper? And yours, we're going to do like flying balloons. So we might actually want to trade yours to a pretty sky blue. Okay, so there. Now you could stop there, but I'm just going to go ahead and fold part of this in because the fewer cuts I have to make, the better. And I'm going to just cut out a real basic leaf shape. That's going to be a little bit big. So let's go quite a bit smaller. And then I'll try it there. So I can do several like that. Just several leaf shapes, and they don't have to all look the same. They can be a little different because, you know, that's how leaves are. And let's put one here, and maybe one more. There. All right. So you can see how I'm kind of putting that together to create a pretty little Valentine's Day tulip garden. All right, so that's how that one's going to get finished. So let's show what we're doing with Anne's. Do we want to go ahead and use this paper, or shall we switch to like a sky blue? You want to use this one? Okay. So then what we do, we're going to go ahead and use our Tombow tape runner. And I love this. We use this all the time. And you can get refills. I'll put the link for that. It comes apart. That's the refill. And this part you keep. And then you get refills and you just slip it in there. It's pretty great. Okay, so on the back of these, on the dark side, I'm going to go ahead and decide where I want it, and I might have it flying to the side. And then I'm going to tape down only that back section like that. Okay, where should we put the next one? Right there? Okay, and we want them to look kind of like they're flying balloons. So we'll go ahead and put the tape on that. Let's see. Let's make it go a different direction. Okay, now go ahead and make your petals come up. So hold it like this, and then just run it on top of there. Good. It didn't, here, let me, you kind of have to hold it the right. You're pushing a little too hard, not quite so hard. There we go. There. See? When you can hear it, then you know you're holding it right. So where's that last one going to go? Maybe over. Oh, we've got 4, but honestly, I think odd numbers look better.
I'm thinking right here.
Oh, down here?
Right here.
You want to put all 4?
Yeah.
Okay, let's put this one here. Go ahead and get the tape on that one while I work on the hearts. Okay, so hold it kind of at an angle. There you go. Now, where's that last one going to go?
It's hard to pick it up.
And while you're putting on your last one and kind of fluffing it up, I'm going to get the tape on mine. And I do want one right down the middle. Oh,
there you go.
Stick that on.
Yours?
Put on that, and then I'm going to go ahead and fluff that up. Okay.
Do you need help?
There we go. And then let's do this last one. There we go. And our leaves. Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that.
You
I really like this pretty kind of, this very springy green with the pink in the tulips. I think it's super cute. There. Okay. And so we'll kind of poke them up. There's the one. Okay, now let's finish yours. They're all glued down. Now, yours are balloons. So what we want is like a string, because when the balloons...
I can do that.
Oh, okay. The string would hang down. There we go. There. All right. Look how cute those are. Your balloons are poking up and my tulips are poking up. Okay. There we go. And turn it this way a little bit so they can see that it's 3D. Super cute. So there's our next Valentine. Are you ready to do another one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's put some of these things away because we're getting kind of crowded. Will you put the pen, the lid on the pen? Mm-hmm. And then I like to just sort of clean up the whole area between crafts so that we know right where everything is, and this is super easy. We'll keep the tape and the stapler. We have kind of a surprise for our next one. Ooh. This one would be a Valentine that you might give to a close friend, a brother or a sister. And we have this wonderful faux leather, and oh, I love it. And I got a package. This one was the fruit and vegetable package, I think. I got it on Amazon. I'll for sure link that below. It feels so nice. It was my first time buying faux leather. So I was pretty excited about it, but it came in a really nice pack. So what I did, it was like this. And I need a square for this particular craft. So I measured what our width was, and then I cut our length exactly the same. And then I got a piece of paper and cut it the very same size so that I could create a pattern. And then I folded it corner to corner like that so that I had some fold lines that I could follow. Then I measured from this corner down about 2 inches, and I measured all of the 4 corners down 2 inches, and then I went ahead with my scissors and just cut down to those marks. That's what my pattern is we're going to create a little, what would you call it? A little bowl? It's a little bowl. And then a little box, yes, that you can then put some candy in, okay? And so I'm going to use this as my pattern and get that lined up. And I'm going to cut those corners. Okay, so this is just a real different sort of craft using a different material. Now, I'm using the faux leather, but if you have cardstock at home, it will work with cardstock, and so that would be a good thing to use too. Very fun. And I'll show you with this, well, when I was folding the paper, you could see that it would like fold into a box. So that's my faux leather cut. But you can see how you could just use cardstock. And in fact, it's a little easier because you can actually fold up the sides. Faux leather doesn't fold like this, but so you can fold up the sides, and then you can tape or staple those flaps. And do you see how it's creating a box?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, can you do that staple?
Mm-hmm.
Good, okay. And then let's fold up this one. And we're going to staple there. Good. And there.
I got it.
Good. And the last one. Watch your poor fingers. Good. And one more around this corner. So look how cute that is. a really cute little box that you could fill with candy. And of course, if you did this in a Valentine's paper, you could write a fun message in the bottom. And then as they eat out the candy, there would be a fun message. But a real cute box. I wanted to try that with the faux leather. And so I'm going to secure it with grommets. You think you might want to make one of those for your friend?
Yeah.
So, Anne, what color of grommets should we use?
Pink.
Pink? Let's see how that would look. Okay.
Yeah,
pink it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do... Okay, now, do we want the pattern on the inside or do we want the pattern on the outside?
Okay.
I'm kind of liking the inside,
inside
because when it's all folded, like if you look at it like this is all you're seeing of the outside. But on the inside, you can see all that way around. And so what I'm going to do is use my crocodile. And I'll link this below because this is super handy. And my grommets are pretty small. So on this part of it, if you close it, there's a little hole cutter right there. And so let's give this a try. So if I put this here.
Oh, do we need this in?
And I'm going to use my small hole cutter. And I'm going to just put a little hole there. See how it cuts a hole? And then I'll get my, that lid keeps flip and close. I'll get my grommet.
What that means?
That's these little metal things.
Oh.
And I'm going to push it through the hole. And then I'll use my crocodile to kind of smash it down. And it holds it in place.
Oh.
It secures it.
That's funny.
And so I'm going to do that in the next one. And okay, you'll get to do the next one. And so I'm going to line it up and then you're going to squeeze the handles.
Okay.
You might have to use 2 hands. Squeeze it. Good. That's good. And that closes the grommet. You see that?
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to go around. And once you get the sides out, it's real easy to match those. This is I think this is a real fun little craft. Okay. So are we ready for the next grommet? Okay.
Mom.
This is my first ever faux leather project. And I've been really excited about faux leather because I think it's super pretty and fun. Okay, squeeze the crocodile, crocodile. I keep calling it the wrong thing. Of course, we will link that below.
Why kind of that?
That's just what they named it. Ready? Oh, you're getting so strong.
Maybe.
And what it does, it smashes that back side and then holds the grommet in place. We're almost done.
Woohoo.
What do you think we should put in here?
Candy?
What kind?
I think it's small candy.
A small candy. I don't even know what kind of candy we might have. I don't even know if we have candy. Anne gave me Smarties for Christmas.
Yeah, Smarties.
Because I love Smarties. And I put them somewhere.
We have candy for Halloween too.
Yeah, and I lost my Smarties. I cannot remember where I put them when I was cleaning up from Christmas.
Yeah.
So someday I'm going to find those Smarties and be pretty excited.
Yeah. And then we need to find the candy for Halloween. Remember? We have candy for Halloween.
I don't know if we do. I think when people came for Christmas, we gave it to everybody and they ate it.
Oh.
We're working our way around. And I'm glad we did the pretty color inside because I think that looks so fun. So maybe on our next one, if we do another one, we would do the color on the outside.
Yeah, I think it's
and then, of course, we can compare.
I'm thinking light pink.
Okay, you ready to do this one? Good. Last one.
Oh, last one.
And here we go. I'm glad I've got this crocodile tool. Super handy. Makes it so easy.
What does that mean?
All right. Are you ready to do the last one? Years ago, we had chickens.
Oh, that's right.
And look how cute that is. Oh, man, that's so cute.
I'm going to wish that for a friend.
Do you want to use that to give to a friend?
Yeah.
Well, we can certainly do that.
And
I wonder if you did too, if you could put them inside and make a little closing box. That would be fun.
I don't know.
I think that is super, super cute. You could use it for to hold grommets or paper clips or just all kinds of little things. And candy.
Don't forget candy.
Putting the little candies in there, and that would make it really fun.
And a treat too.
Yeah. Okay. So there's our third little Valentine. Okay, shall we clean these things up and get ready for our next Valentine?
Sure.
All right. We made some stickers, and I used this Avery sticker project paper. It works beautifully. I want to show you my mistake, because I created this in Cricut Design Space, and then I went to have it cut out. And I love it because you can design the sticker and then send it to your printer, and then Cricut will come and use these lines to figure out where to go, and we'll cut it out. Well, on this one, before I cut it out, I forgot to attach all those pieces together. So it went to cut out every little bit, including all those little tiny words and these hearts. And I didn't want it to do that. And then it cut, it was weird how it cut it out. So when you're making a sticker, you've got to do two things in Cricut Design Space. You have to attach the entire image together, and then you have to flatten it. And that way you can get stickers that actually work. You can also, of course, if you don't have a Cricut, you can also use sticker paper and design them yourself, and then go ahead and cut them out. Okay, so what color shall we use for our background this time? Should we get out more of our pretty paper? We've used the yellow. Yeah, we've used the light pink. Okay, we've got 3 shades of pink. Look, they're right here.
Okay.
Which shade
I'm going to do light, though.
Light? Okay. I'm going to do one that's just slightly darker. So, here we go. There's your Valentine paper. And I'm going to use this one that's a little darker because I like that sort of coral color. That pink that has the slight shade of orange. That is, oh look, it matches my sweater. That is probably my very favorite color.
Too.
So we want to,
my pants.
Oh yeah. If you have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, if we cut it at 5.5, that will give us a really good card size, because then when we fold it, we get the size of a card that actually fits into a an event envelope. Like they sell these envelopes at Walmart that are envelopes that are specifically for invitations. Okay, so go ahead and let's fold in half.
Like a hamburger.
Like a hamburger. One thing I love to have on hand is a bone folder to make those folds nice and tidy. I have had this, I bet I've had that 20 years. And I still just keep using it and using it. It's so handy and just works real well. Okay, so now we're going to take the backing off of our light bulb. There, let me help you get it started. There we go. And,
like that?
And now you can pull the rest of that up. Okay, and we'll put those right in our tabletop garbage can. And then just try to center it on your card. There. And it says, "You light up my life." Super easy Valentine. And then you can just put a message in the middle and just put it right into a pretty envelope and you're ready to go. That's one that could easily be sent in the mail, that you could send to Granny. We better send one of those to Granny, don't you think? Mm-hmm. So there is our 1, 2, 3, our 4th Valentine. So let's do our 5th. Okay. This Valentine is our most tricky, our most involved. And so I found this real pretty paper. This is embossed paper. And I don't know if you can see, this one has little baby feet. This one has polka dots and flowers. And this one has butterflies and dragonflies. And so I think we'll use should we use the dragonflies or the flowers for Valentine's Day?
I'm thinking
the flowers? Okay. So we're going to make a card this size again. So let's go ahead and get that folded. And then I'll show you what we're doing next.
Like a hamburger.
Exactly. Bring it up. Okay. And I'm going to bring my paper cutter over again because what I want to do is cut just the white paper so that it will go inside of here. So I think I'll cut the white at 4 because this is about 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so what we're going to do is position it in the middle, but kind of towards the top. And I'm going to just very lightly do a pencil mark right around there. Okay. Okay, I have a whole bunch of embroidery floss. And so what we're going to do is pick your color. So what color do you want your heart to be? Oh, that's a real pretty color. There's a pink. I think I'm going to use that orange. I just really like that. Okay. And let's get your pretty pink going. So we want to, we do want a pretty long piece. So we're going to use that really big needle. I think that will help. And then we're going to do our tricky knot. Slide it, oops, down through, and it leaves a knot. Now, Anne, it's your turn.
Okay. Right here?
Yep, and then go ahead and poke it through. Okay, now you're going to grab it from the other side and pull it through. And pull it all the way till all the thread goes and it's just laying flat. There. Okay, now we're going to come back up. I'm going to poke a hole down this way. And you're going to come up through that. Okay, go ahead and pull that up. Pull all the way. Good, and you want to make sure it's flat there too. Now, where do you want to go? Go, think in terms of a cross. See how this is too close there? Think over here. So you want to be going across the heart. That's a good spot. Poke it through. There, and then flip it and pull it out. This is a very good dexterity thing. Okay, now where? How about over here? Let's just poke a hole because we're going to have to come from the back side now. So just poke a hole on the line. So with Kid, probably easier to do it together. Go ahead and pull through. And then you can just keep working at it. And I'll show you when it's done. Are you getting tired? Okay.
A little bit.
That took a while, but together we got that done, and then I just taped down the loose ends right there. So we'll go ahead and center that on the card, and then back to our nice handy Tombow tape runner. We'll go around all 4 sides because the heart is a little bit bulky. I'm going to go a little bit more there. And then we'll just eyeball it and get it centered. There we go. Turn it over, push it down. There we go. There. And then you can write a nice message on the inside, and that's just so pretty. You like that? Very good. Okay, I'll have to finish mine later, but comparing, I really do like using all 6 strands of the embroidery thread. I think it comes out fuller. I think it would just be nicer. So that's what I'm going to do to finish that one. Now for our next heart, we're going to use this big pattern. Let's use that red one.
Red one? Red?
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that one once again because it's 11 long. I'm going to cut it, at 5.5, so we get that just sort of standard card size. So how are we going to fold this again?
Hamburger.
Hamburger. And then I've got some paper here that we were using for something else.
Number. I like to buy a hamburger.
Yeah. I like to, we love, who what's that called?
The pink.
Oh, the Pink Panther.
Yep.
Mr. Clouseau, who goes, I like to buy a hamburger. And he has a hard time saying it with his French accent.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that heart again, and we're going to cut it just partially. Oh, do you need the bone folder? Let's push those folds down. So we're going to just use that heart and cut partials like this. And I think I'll do that one. And I'm wondering if I think I'd like to use this yellow too.
There we go.
So let me get those cut real quick.
Okay.
Now, Anne, if these are sitting like that, what does that look like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Can you tell what that looks like? What does that look like?
A heart.
Yes, except when we take them and we open them up and put them together. What do you think that looks
a butterfly.
Like? A butterfly.
That's
so
cute.
we are going to do a similar thing to what we did before. We're going to create a butterfly. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get a pen, and I'm going to write around the outside edge some nice sentiments. I'm going to put happy
Valentine Day.
Okay, and then I'm going to write something else, and then you have to read it and tell me what it says.
Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I love you.
Good reading. And how
I
about,
like it.
Okay, I'm going to put a more difficult word. Let's see if you can read this one.
What?
Sound it out.
Let me see. Smooth.
Smooch, good. That's very good.
Like smoothing,
Yeah,
like kissing.
that's right. And then I'm just going to keep writing these. So I'm doing smooch, be mine, and I'm going to put some dots between each one like this. And you could, instead of writing things like that, you can actually just come through and do some pretty swirls, dots, some squigglies. So just
I don't want to do that.
You could do a little row of hearts, dots. So you can just do any kind of design or message that you want. How about, let's see, be mine. I've got, what else could you say for Valentine's Day?
Be mine. Love.
I did love, oh, should we just do just love with a heart in it?
Yeah.
Love. How about?
Sweetheart.
Forever. Oh, sweetheart's perfect. Forever. And then I'm going to.
Sweetheart.
I'm going to do sweetheart in cursive.
Oh, sweetheart in a cursive.
Just to make it a little different. Okay, so that's the idea, is you go through and you just do some pretty designs or some words to get it all done, whatever you want. And then we're going to go ahead. So this one is a little too big to send in a normal envelope, but that's okay because these are some you could just hand out. And then we're going to go ahead and put a couple of rows of tape right there on the straight edge. There we go. And then here, let me get the tape on yours.
Oh,
okay. And then we're going to bring them together and center them on the card together like that.
Like this?
Yeah.
Like a butterfly, right?
Then the head of the butterfly, we're going to bring back our lollipops.
Okay.
Tape. We're going to bring back our lollipops and tape that right down in the middle like that.
There we go.
And then you can still open it up and write some other things here. There you go. Okay, so let's...
I knew one.
Okay,
I knew one.
So let's get your lollipop down there. You hold it.
Yeah. Oh,
and then you kind of have to make it go, yeah. Oh, let's get where they can see it. Okay, so yeah, you'll put it right across the top and just let it go down there. And there you go.
Lollipop.
So now you've got another lollipop or sucker kind of Valentine. Okay, we have one more Valentine to do. I don't know. Is this number 7? I don't even know for sure what number we're on. I'd like to do a different color.
Oh,
so let's do maybe this pretty green or the purple. Which one would you like?
I might do
the purple. Okay. And let's do the light purple.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do a big one. So go ahead and fold it like a hamburger.
Yeah. I like to buy a hamburger.
And I have tons of vinyl scraps. And so I am going to go and just start cutting out hearts. Now, these hearts don't have to be perfect. They can be lopsided. They can be a little bit wonky. It really doesn't matter. On a scrap like this, I can cut 2 at once. And they'll probably end up a little different. There's some more. So, I can cut one out of that middle. So I'm going to just use up a whole bunch of scraps of vinyl. And the reason I'm using these is because now what Anne can do is just take off that backing on the vinyl.
I don't know.
And she can just start sticking hearts anywhere. Do you want me to? And actually... Yeah. And if we need to, we can get out our weeding tool. I'll start them and fold them like that so that you have an easy time getting the backing off. And just kind of put them all over the place.
Okay. Not perfect.
This one's a pretty one. And I've got some of this.
Oh, more.
This
You
is
got
some
more.
of the vinyl from the dollar store that the paper backing is so thin that it doesn't cut very well on the Cricut, but it's still pretty and still could be used for a lot of different things. So, Anne, I'm going to put our table garbage right here so that you put those into the garbage as you go.
I can't do that.
I know, I'm going to help you. And this is where I probably need a weeding tool because some of these are a little bit harder. There, a little bit harder to get going.
For helping me.
And we probably don't want them lined up. We want them all over the place, in different places all over the place, yeah. These will go a little smaller. Because if they're too lined up, they look a little too, you know, matchy-matchy.
There you go.
So, and you even could make them face different directions. They can go one on top of the other. You can just do all kinds of, you want them to just be everywhere, stuck into just a big garden of hearts. All right, so now we've got a whole bunch of just fun hearts, and now we're going to get our pen, and we're going to do some strings again. I'm going to get a little bit of pink ribbon and just make a quick bow. Even up those sides, and then we'll trim it into a pretty dovetail. And then I'm just going to glue it right at the bottom. I'm going to get some of that on there. And that kind of makes it look like it's a bunch that's being held together. And there's our last Valentine with just a whole bunch of hearts. Super easy for a big group of kids to just get together and create something like that. Okay, we're going to get things cleaned up, and then we're going to go ahead and show you all of the Valentines that we just made. We are all finished, and we did 7 Valentines today that were homemade. So let's just go through and show them. Let's show that one. So that one is just using a bunch of scraps and a little ribbon, a little bouquet of balloons. And then should we hold up that one? This was our Lollipop Heart that opens up and you can put a message inside. Okay. This was our little box. Our little box that we made out of our faux vinyl. Yeah. Faux leather that we love. That's so cute. It's got little avocados inside. And then we used grommets to close it up. And then we had our real simple You Light Up My Life that we did a sticker and applied that. That's real simple, straightforward. And then this one, look how these turned out. They actually turned out really cute when we did the sewing, and we did the 6 strands rather than 2. And those, I think, turned out super cute. Those. And then the other lollipop one that we made out of our heart shape, we made a lollipop butterfly, and then we wrote messages on the outside or just fun little doodles and shapes. And then I think this one is my favorite. I just think these turned out so cute. So the 3D heart balloons and 3D tulip flowers. I just think those turned out so cute with space to write inside. Love those. Now don't forget this Valentine box that I made in my Valentine food video to take treats to others. And my favorite products of the day were my faux vinyl that I got from Amazon, lots of different colors, and this one that is basically the fruit and vegetable pack. Love that, and I'm so excited to do more with the faux vinyl, so we're going to do that. Using the Crocodile, excellent tool, and then the other two tools that I just loved today were our Tombow refillable tape runner, and of course a bone folder. I will make sure that all of those are listed below in the description so that you can just click on them and go and buy those things and start your own Valentines and get them made for the upcoming holiday. And don't forget to join my Facebook group, Coming Home, and get your free download of my Valentine book. So this has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Anne, for making Valentines with me. This has just been so much fun. If you saw any Valentines that you liked, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And join us next time for more fun from home. Happy Valentine's Day.